Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in the lab. Getting a little late, but I got one more one to get in. I like to start this thing off with an introduction to what I call Smai Tawi or and She Taught Netta. Let's go. This is going to be fun. I learned this 10 years ago. So, yeah, I know it. I lived it. So now I'm refreshing myself, and I should be a little more, hopefully, better able to break it down and simplify it for you better than I was 10 years ago when I first started out. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tuning and receiving them, I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. A person who knows, it's rhetorical, but if you don't answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, too many not knows that they're foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. Very simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers. Know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. We get into the page number 22. We got a whole bunch of, but I'm going to cherry pick. We ain't going to go, no, I'm not going to be meticulous with this because all this is stuff that I'm going to break down and I can pick the stuff. I can have fun now. This is my all-star picks. All right, here we go. Introduction to Smai Tawi and She Taught Netta, a.k.a. right thinking philosophy. The reason it's right thinking philosophy because I don't follow everything that they lay out to the law. When I was learning it, I did. Once I mastered it, I put my twist on it, hence right thinking philosophy. So I try to be all slick the last time I gave this and substitute She Taught Netta for right thinking philosophy. I ain't got time for that right now. So I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. So I do that with you. Let's go. The fundamental principles, there's 4 of them. Not 10 commandments, not 40 to know. 10 fundamental principles, 4 the fundamental principles of ancient Egyptian religion. There's 4 of them. We call it great truths. But if you practicing Smai Tawi or She Taught Netta or right thinking philosophy, we are considered to be Neterians. Okay? And the philosophy they call Neterianism is the oldest known religion in history. I'm not here to debate chronological. I ain't got time for that. I'm teaching a lesson. And this is what we say. The term Neterianism was derived from the name She Taught Netta. Now, She Taught Netta means what? It means the hidden divinity. Amun is that hidden divinity. We're going to teach you the way to get to Amun. We're going to teach you how to get to be face to face with your witness, okay? Your higher conscious, yourself, the God that's in you. We knew that. And it is the ancient Egyptian philosophy and mystic spiritual culture that gave rise to what? To the ancient Egyptian civilization, which to this date still haven't been superseded, or equal to what it did and what it contribution to society, civilization as a whole. Watch this. Those who follow this spiritual path of Shita Netta, right thinking philosophy, are therefore referred to as Neterians or right thinkers. I'm still going to do, I can't help it, sorry. But the fundamental principles common to all religious denominations of the ancient Egyptian religion may be summed up in what? In four great truths. I'm going to go through them meticulously this time. When I was young, I was just trying to get through it. I hope I didn't mess them up. Now I'm going to meticulously break it down for you, give you a good synopsis. That's a breakdown, a simplification of something. How about that? That's what I'm about to do for you. And it's called the four great truths. We're going to walk through them real nice. And they are what they said common to all the traditions of the ancient Egyptian religion. No matter where you went, this was the great truth. I got 2 pages of information, and some of it's written in hieroglyphics, right? Can't read the hieroglyphics. I'm going to probably botch up the talking, the spelling of, or the pronunciation of some of the words, but I'm going to try to muddle through this, all right? First one, it says, summary of ancient Egyptian religion. And it's the hieroglyphics, and it says, Ma U N Shita Netta. That's great truths of Shita Netta religion. So far, so good. And before, I got one out the way. That was just the introduction, first of all. Now, let's get to the philosophy. I got on another page written out longhand, so I'll get to that in a minute, but I want to get through this also. Now, it says, Pa Netta. U-A-U-A. Nebercha, Neteru. What the? There you go. Perfect. Now, translation. The Neter, the Supreme Being, is one and alone, and as Nebercha, manifesting everywhere and is in all things in the form of what they call God and Goddess. We call it nature, elements, whatever, but universe, whatever, but God and Goddess aspects. Everything from the God is either male or female, God or Goddess. It don't always mean that, but he's showing you with Mayat, you have to have what? Opposites, male, female, up, down, in, out, hot, cold, left, right. See where we're going with that? That's the purpose. And it don't always have to be, again, male and female, but it got to be opposites. Okay? Get the concept. It's better when you understand what's being trying to be taught and presented to you, where it's simple enough that you can really understand it. Now you can work with it. That's all. I'm trying to make that for you, make it happen. And I'm appreciate it as a student when the professor, whoever teaching, does that, so I can grasp and get the understanding of what they teach and what they present. All right. Number 2, An Mayat. That's not good. Swa Sau Set Kum. I know that ain't good. Okay, I can look at the hieroglyphics. I can see this is not going to be good. Let's talk about what that means. Lack of righteousness brings fetters to the personality, and these fetters cause ignorance of the divine. Didn't Hosea say 2,000 years ago? And this is 10,000 years ago. Hosea said 2,000 years, my people will be destroyed through lack of knowledge and righteousness, or self-knowledge, same thing pretty much. But they knew then. That's the problem. We call it fetters, okay? We call it destruction, self-destruction, destroying, whatever, but it's not good. And it's all due to what? Ignorance. Of who? God, the divine, where it's in you. If you're looking for God in outside you, you're looking on the wrong places. I can tell you that. Number 3. Ushu Nafu Sau Set. Whenever there's an N or and set, it's not good. Okay, let's see what it say. Devotion to the divine leads to freedom from the fetters of sin. Okay? That means when you are living and doing right, spiritually disciplined, living righteous, aka righteous and virtuous living, Maya, or right thing philosophy, what'll happen? You're freeing yourself from what set all the negative qualities that you eradicate from your personality. I got that on this page here for you to break it down for you. Okay? But we're telling you, these are the things that you have to do. Conquering your ego is always first on the agenda. Trust me. It laid out for you. Number 4, WRIGHT, action. Shidi, study. WRIGHT, knowledge. Heart. Makaru. Now, words I understand. Okay, I just broke them down for you. So let's see what they say. I got the hieroglyph right there, and I know what that's about pretty much. And it ends with what? A man with, oh yeah, watch this. The practice of the Shidi discipline. Shidi means to study. And when you practice your daily study, okay, Shidi discipline, this will lead to what? You ready? Knowing oneself and the divine. That means you're going to know yourself and him. And this is called being true of speech, aka we know it as Makaru, speaking from the heart. That's what truth is in man. Okay? Now let's break down the Neterian great truths so I can critique it just a little more. Okay? Put a little tweak on it because they got a few extra things here to break down. That was the simplification. This is the long version, so I can tweak it for you, break it down more. Like fine powder. I ain't going there. My man used to say that at the Yankee announcer. He said, I'm going to break it down for you like fine powder. My man, what you do with fine powder? I ain't going there. Moving on. That's how I'm going to touch that, but I couldn't help it. But some of them just so easy, you know. All right, let's go. It says the Neterian great truth, a.k.a. right thinking's great truth. Why? Because we follow this philosophy. Only thing changed is the stories I tell to make my allegorical stories is pretty much about my life experiences. That's the only thing. Everything else is the same. Okay? So now you know. That's what makes it right thinking philosophy. Pa Netta. I told you, Nabercha, Netaru. That's the Netta, the supreme being, one, and alone, and as Nabercha, manifesting everywhere and in all things in the form of what they say God and Goddess. They can't make it more simple, but they're going to break it down a little more. Nabercha means all-encompassing. You see the circle? Then it's the dot in the circle. That circle, that dot is you, the individual, but the circle that you're in, that's God. That's all-encompassing. That's what they mean. All right, trying to draw the picture for you. That's the all-encompassing divinity. The all-inclusive. The all-embracing spirit which pervades all and who is the ultimate essence of all. Can you get any more clearer? This first truth, unifies all the expressions of the Commission religion. That says it all right there. Now, how many guys would they tell you about? Aspects, emanation of God, there's going to be many. But how many they talk about? Okay. Number 2. An Maya. Swa Sau Set Kun. That means lack of righteousness. It brings on fetters to what your personality, and those fetters lead to what ignorance of the divine. Excuse me. Your ego wants to be seen as God, so he done edged God out and took his place. And if you're not smart enough to realize that, you're going to serve who? Yourself. Pleasures of the flesh, monetary things, lie, cheat, and steal to get whatever it is you need or want, and do whatever you got to do to get that. That's self-serving. Y'all call it dog eat dog world, whatever you want to call it. No, trying to get it. No. Okay? It's bad. When a human being acts in ways, that is contradict to what your natural order of nature, excuse me. I have my spiritual advisor, my mother-in-law. She said she just wasn't comfortable doing bad things, sneaky, deceitful things that make her feel good. I said, that's my yacht. You live my yacht. So that's a little inside joke. And right here it says, when you go again, I tell anybody, when I got to compromise my morals, I did that at a young age. Once I realized I'm not doing that. Okay, but that's what soul something is. Doing what you know is wrong. You know God don't want that for you, and you do it anyway, and you got to suffer for that. Moving on. Why? Because the same God who gives you what you deserve, karma, give him what he deserves, who blesses you with what you do, right? So I changed the flip. I flipped it. Instead of doing wrong and serving the devil, myself, and having pleasure of flesh, but not having nothing tangible, flip it. Start serving God, and you'll be blessed. Change my life. Negative qualities, watch this, and that's all in the ego of the mind will develop due to one's ego within that person's personality, which we call the ego personality. Watch this, the I, the me, mine, that's the ego. These are what they call the afflictions of Set. Again, your ego. Set is the Neterianism. He's a god in his own right. So watch this, and it's true, he should be. But he's the Neterianism of egoism and selfishness. He got some more. Watch this. And the afflictions of Set include these attributes of your character, of your personality. Quick to anger, shows hatred, always greedy, lustful for anything that looks good, jealous of anything that they can have, and anybody doing it, anything is better than them, envy of those people, gluttony, they just want more, whatever it is, they want more of it, dishonesty, they will lie, cheat, and steal to get whatever they need to do, and here's the best one, the last one, hypocrisy. I can go on, I'll stop right there. But these are all qualities of the ego Set. And once you get them out of your character, your personality, so it be, you're a different person. So to be free from these qualities, aka the fetters of Set, you must be free from the afflictions of Set, which is your ego self. How you do that? Put him in check. Conquer him. Put him in servitude position, because if he's running wild, so are you. But you're going to follow his lead. You got no other choice. Either edge God out. You free willing right now. Okay, that's not a good place to be. As they driving with no lights and you get pulled over, you're going to have some problems. Okay, moving on. Third one. We getting there. Okay, it's still, whoa, what the hell? Time goes so fast. All right, let's go. Number 3. Su, U, Shu. Su, na, Fu. In Saul Set. Devotion to the divine, that's Ush, I know that. That leads to the freedom of the fetters of Set. Hello, I just told you, as long as I was serving my ego self, my luck was bad. Everything happened was bad. When I started serving and devoted myself to a higher power, my life changed around. Now, to be liberated, that's what you need to be for yourself. And you do that. Ain't nobody come to free you. You got to make that decision within yourself. I did, and man, oh man, oh man. Best thing that ever happened to me. When you become liberated, nafu, that means freedom. That means to be able to breathe. Inhale, exhale, and be comfortable. Why? You're free from the nonsense that you put yourself through. You're a better person now. You live better, you think better, you do better. You start doing what I call the right thing. From the afflictions, you're free from the afflictions of Set, the ego. Now you must devote to what? Now you are devoted to what? To the divine, your higher self. Being devoted to God, to your divine self, means what? Living, you ready? Yep, Maya. Mayat is a way of life. Ding, 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 ding. Right there. That's what I practiced and I mastered that for way of life. What? To know me. I don't care about a lot of stuff, but I do want to know me. And I spend a lot of time doing just that. That's the difference. And Mayat is a way of life. Let me again. Mayat is a way of life for what? So that is purifying to what? The heart. You're doing what God wants you to do and he feels good. It's heartfelt. And you'll be the beneficiary for what? It's beneficial for society. Imagine if everybody lived Mayat. That's what the ancients did, and nobody come close to doing that. Now, society, it benefits society, beneficial to society. What? As it promotes what? Righteousness, virtue, and order. These are what Mayat teaches you to represent for yourself in your daily life, living by these principles, aka Mayat, right thinking philosophy. It means what? You ready? Practicing Shidi daily, aka spiritual practices and disciplines that you practice daily. And after a while, you get good at it. Trust me. Ushur, it means devotion. That sound right there makes them call it sign of astonishment, but it's Usha, meaning adoration to the God. Okay, it means devotion, and the classic pose of adoring the divine is called dua. Okay, just want to let you know. Standing or sitting with upraised hands facing outward toward the image of the divinity. At the time, when the light at high noon, to look at the pyramid with the white gleaming, that sun hitting it, man, you had to do this. And that's what I learned from the Masonic philosophical concept. Symbolically, it made sense. I didn't argue, but now I know a little something else. I get it, got the concept. All right, now, number 4, wrapping it up. Okay, I read. When you hear I read, that means action. That means doing. Okay, I read Shidi. Shidi means to study. Okay, profoundly, constantly, regular, to what? Obtain Reek, which is knowledge. Ab, meaning the heart. Makaru, meaning the truth is being said. The practice of the Shidi, the Shidi discipline daily leads to what? Knowing oneself and the divine to be one. I like to drop the pin on that one. That's the whole purpose of what we're doing, to get you and God to come connected as one. You need to connect with him by what? Becoming conscious of him through what? Your daily practice and your daily study of what? Shidi, aka right thinking philosophy. And it would take you to what? To lead you to knowing oneness in the divine. This is called being true of speech and righteous living. Watch this. Doing Shidi, what that mean? That means daily studying. When? No, it means daily studying how? Profoundly. Don't just haphazardly pick up a book and claim to study. No, read it, interpret it, understand it. Before I come here to do this, I've read this thing 4 or 5 times over. Even after 10 years of practicing, living it and practice, I still make sure I go over it so I can have a proper understanding as I go through each one. I can break it down a little more. I'm a little more smarter than I was 10 years ago about this concept after living it. How about that? To penetrate the mysteries. That means to learn them, to understand them, to comprehend them, and then implement them. She taught. And that is to discover the nature of God, the divine. I know that if I stay God focused, doing what's right, offer selfless service, doing my study, living right, good things will happen. Trust me on that one. I'm not here to preach to you, but I can tell you what I know to be. You practice righteous living, right thinking philosophy, whatever you want to call it, Christianity, it'll make a difference. If your IRE, your actions, your deeds is good, you will be blessed for that. Did you know that? I just thought, no, I don't care what you thought. Did you know that? I just told you something. Did you know what I just told you? If not, listen and learn something. What you didn't know, I don't care. What you thought, care less. Did you get the point I just gave you? That's what I'm interested in. And watch this. There have been several practices, specially designed by who? The sages of our ancient Kemet, not Egypt, to what? To facilitate the process of what? Self-knowledge. Ding, 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 ding. Right there. I told you. Self-knowledge is having God knowledge. Intellectual knowledge, that's having indoctrinated knowledge. Biblical knowledge, that's having knowledge of the Bible, means nothing to me. I want self-knowledge. That's what I have. These are the religious she-taught traditions and the Smai Tawi yogic disciplines related to them that who? Augment the spiritual practices. Meaning if you take any one of the yoga concepts and practice it, master it, and you should be doing them all, but either one will work for you to get what? You spiritually enlightened. What? To know thyself. Wrapping it up, taking it home. All your traditions relate to these teachings of the sages by means of what? Myths related to a particular god or goddesses, or gods and goddesses, all emanations of the one God. Why? Because God never is singular one. Everything emanate from him comes in pairs, so it's going to be an S on all of them. It is understood, just again, at this level, you should be fully aware of this, that all of these Neteru are what? Related. Why? They come from the same parent. Like brothers and sisters who come from the same parent, having all emanated from what? The same parent, source, they call it, the all, the same supreme parent. How about this? Wait a minute, stop. This is too much. The same supreme divine parent who is neither what? Male nor female. Spirit don't need to be that. The body do the physical body. And he did that purposely to let you know I have both qualities, okay? The great he, she. That's the spirit. It go both ways. Meaning it's in male and female. Not that it's like that. And my man, Red Fox will get him. yeah. Limp wrist. All right. But taking it in. Appreciate you tuning in. But the same God that encompasses neither male or female, but encompasses what? The totality of all the two. From the one, I became three. I became one singular being to what? Male and female became he. And everybody after that came the same way. Okay? Understand that? Right thinkers, that's a lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Boy, to me, this is getting good. If you're a student, you should be having fun right now. Why? Because we learn it. This is what it's all about. You should be getting more understanding of yourself. Why? Practicing the information I give you daily. All right. In closing, right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100. I got a voice. And me 100 minus a day. So I never knew that my right thinkers who starting to know themselves have passed away. I'll be right back.